Ciao, Bianconeri Zone, and welcome back to our match day preview. It's match day 7 of the Serie A season, and it's a big one. It's the Derby Della Mole. Or am I saying that right? Ale? We're with Ale, by the way. What's up?
I'm good. Yeah, Derby Della Mole. So
yeah. Okay, so it's Mole. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the North American in me. So it's obviously it's a match against Torino, and we are at Torino's home ground tomorrow. So it's not much of an away game, but it's going to feel like a big away game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Obviously, the importance of tomorrow is you want to win your derby, but you also want to get 3 more points on the table. Coming off a massive victory against Chelsea in the Champions League, another clean sheet for us in the Champions League. It'd be nice to get one tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
A clean sheet I'm just talking about. And like we said yesterday, it's going to be tough. Your first reactions on the well, how do I want to say this? The importance of tomorrow. Not only that it's a derby game, but it's also a massive game in the league.
Yeah. So I think Allegri already said it in his press conference. It's we need to make up of the points that we lost, because I think he said we should have lost max
5. Yeah, we need 5 more points.
Yeah, we needed 5 more points. So we need to make up of those lost points basically, and before heading into the international break, it will be basically perfect to go in with a win and not with another bad performance and dropping points, and I don't know, maybe Inter, Atalanta and all those teams winning and moving even further away. So that's something that cannot. It's not allowed to happen. So
it's not allowed.
No, it's not allowed.
None of that stuff.
It's a derby. I mean, I think it's always an intense. I mean, especially the last 4 years, I would say it's more intense. It's more close than it usually was, especially away from home. It's closer away from home, but I do think we play better away from home against Torino than when we play at home. I don't know why.
That's weird, eh?
Yeah, when we play away, I'm more calm than if we play at home. I'm not saying because again, I said it before, I think Juric is, I'm not saying working miracles, but he's doing a fantastic job, because they don't have a great squad. I mean, they have some like good,
they got some talented players. They got.
But it's not like it's not like at Torino when they came up the first season. When they came up and they even got Europa League under Ventura.
Yeah.
That was, you saw that team had something in them.
Yeah.
That being said, they're doing amazingly, because they should have won on the opening day against Atalanta. They should have won against. I forgot. They dropped points, but they were so much better. I forgot.
Yeah.
And even last week against Venezia, they got a red card and they basically threw the game away. But they should have won that also away from home. So it won't be easy, especially because it's the biggest game of their season. That's what it is.
It's the biggest game of their season for sure.
But I think the game comes at the right moment for us.
Yeah. After one intense game, it's going to be another one, and they're going to be already mentally hopefully they'll be mentally still in the same mindset as Wednesday. Just going back to Torino's coach, Ivan Juric. That's his name, right? Yeah, Ivan Juric. Yeah. We were praising him so much because, like, last year he brought Hellas Verona to 8th.
Yeah.
Or was 8th or 9th, right?
Yeah,
and that team in particular was not good on paper.
No.
And you can already see what's happening with Torino. He's starting to do it again. He's getting the most out of his not great lineup.
No, especially after the season they had last year. They basically stayed in Serie A like 4 or 3 games before the end of Serie A. No, even I think 2 games before the end of Serie A, they were sure to remain in Serie A. So that group of players come from a really poor season, a bad season, a bit like Fiorentina. But I mean, they play some good football. That's the reality, and also they are very hard to break down. So, it won't be easy, but I'm confident. that we will get the job done somehow. Because I think everybody now should understand what's on the line. I think they basically got the memo against Chelsea of what they can do if they want to do it basically for 90 minutes, keep that intensity, keep that concentration, then they can basically win games even when maybe you don't deserve to win games, because that's what we are missing the last few years. Last 2.5 years, in the previous years we were winning games we should basically not win. We were playing bad, but we just win it because the mentality. So that's something we're missing, and I think that's how we're going to win tomorrow. Basically, not playing a very good game. I'm not saying a poor game, but we will win. And maybe people say, you didn't deserve that, but that's okay.
Take the 3 points and move on.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And I think over the past, ever since Allegri first left, people wanted this attractive style of play. And after the 2 years of Sarri and Pirlo, I think everyone's like, screw it, let's just win. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's why we all came to love Juventus in the first place, is because they did whatever they could to win.
Yeah, even
scrappy goals, even some great talented players came along the years, and they just got the job done no matter which way. And I'm totally okay with on Wednesday that was my perfect win.
Yeah, but even
clean sheet, great defending, good like a superstar scoring a goal, beautiful.
But even I think the Lake just a few hours ago said that with Allegri, it's not a matter of playing great or playing bad. It's just 90 minutes of focus and winning at all costs. It doesn't matter how, you just need to win. And I think this team, they just need to win. I mean, I don't expect beautiful football from this team, mainly because
they don't have the players.
Yeah, mainly because our midfield is not good enough to play some great football. I think we have some players to do that, but overall, as a squad, no. So it's going to be hard-fought wins, maybe some great performance like the Sampdoria first half, but then for 90 minutes, that's good football. But I don't expect that from us every game. I expect us to just dig in and get the points home, especially away from home this season, because our away record is a bit iffy the last few years. It's a bit shaky. I think at home we don't have much problems. I mean,
Empoli.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, when you play at home, you always have the feeling we're gonna do the job, even if it's against Inter. Last season, I was pretty sure we would win that game or something like that. I always have the feeling of the confidence we can win. But away from home, the last 2 seasons is a bit. Even when we were playing away to Spezia, I was very worried because. I know how the last 2 years are going. When we play away from home against those smaller clubs, basically at the bottom, we struggle. So I'm not saying Torino is a smaller club because I think they are 11 points.
They're the same as us. They're at 8, 2, and 2.
Okay.
They're one spot ahead of us in the standings, but like we're on the same points.
Yeah. So now we just need to win tomorrow.
So let's talk about Torino a bit more. Their main attacking threats, I would say, currently it's Marco Piazza, a guy on loan from Juventus. For whatever reason, he's scoring a bunch of goals and he's looking actually all right and looks like the 23 million euro player that we signed him for. He's playing as more of a center forward for Torino, right? He's not drifting up to the wings.
No.
Another player, obviously we know, European champion, Belotti. Never really scares me when he plays Juventus. I don't think he's that great, to be honest. Who else, really? Oh, the other Croatian. What's his name? Josip Brekalo.
Okay, yeah.
Or Brekalo. He's a tricky winger. Another loanee, Mandragora. Is he still on loan, or is he owned by us?
They have an option. It's basically an obligation. But is Piazza fit? Because he got injured last week. Is he ready to play? Because last week I think he was subbed off or something, or in training something happened. So I'm not sure if he's fully fit.
I'll give it a quick look. But yeah, also Tommaso Pobega. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but the Italian guy who was Milan owned.
I like him.
The center midfielder. Yeah, I was gonna say he's pretty good. They got a decent squad, to be honest.
Yeah, someone is saying Piacca and Belotti are out both. I'm not sure about that, but I was pretty confident that Piacca wouldn't play for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. So
Piazza's out with a calf injury.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it's on Transfermarkt. Basically, I need to check Torino website. But
regardless, they'll still have some tricky players.
Yeah, but even when they don't have those tricky players, it's always a hard-fought game. It's what it is. That's why it's a derby.
Yeah,
it's their game of the season. It's like we play Fiorentina. It's the game of their season.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. And you need to keep your head with it. And don't basically buy in the hype, because that's the biggest issue. If you buy in the hype and play up to their level, just fighting basically for the ball all over the pitch and not playing your game, then you will lose the battle. You just need to play your own game. I mean, it's a big game, but it's a bigger game for Torino than for us. It's basically for us.
Just match their intensity. You be hungrier than them, because you should be hungrier than them, because you are behind them at this moment in time. I'm not worried about it either. Tomorrow's game. I think these guys are so experienced and well established that they've been there and done that before. Are like Juventus players. They'll see what they accomplished on Wednesday and say like, okay, let's get this grinding now.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be fine tomorrow. Go ahead. Yeah.
I need to see that first. I said it before. I've not seen that in the last 2.5 years. So now we are on a winning streak. 3 games with a big win, and one come from behind win against Spezia. So I expected this team to take the next step, and the next step is to just get the business done before the international break, an important moment of the season. Like, for me, it's a key moment. If you lose tomorrow, then again, we are at square one. The Chelsea game doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means nothing.
People can say what they want. Yeah, it was a great game, but you won that game and you lost against Torino. It's basically starting from scratch again.
It's a wash. Great result, horrible result, wash.
So that's what I mean. And also because it's in 2 different competitions. So I mean, you can win. You can pass the group, but if you're losing points in Serie A, it's pretty useless, I would say.
You're not going back to the Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And let's be honest, we're not going to win the Champions League. And nobody expects us to win the Champions League. So the league is very important. And tomorrow it's just key.
It's a massive game.
Also because I think Atalanta are playing Lazio.
Milan.
And Fiorentina are playing Lazio, something like that.
Yeah, they're playing, but Atalanta's playing Milan. So more drop points from
So it's Atalanta, teams. Milan, and Fiorentina, Lazio, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's key for us.
Yeah.
To win and go basically into the international break, putting pressure on any of those teams. Yeah. Giving the feeling from, okay, they're back, they're behind us, they're back where they should be. So it's a very, very important moment. I think Allegri said that in his press conference. I mean, the Chelsea game was great, he said, but it's done. It's over. It's the next game now, and you need to win. He said to have more relaxed 2 weeks off, basically, because everybody is going. Besides the backups and Dybala, and Dybala also. Dybala's also.
Is Dybala staying home?
He's
not going? Thank God.
The national team just posted a tweet before we went live saying because of the injury he was dropped from the list, basically to recover. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Just being injured and traveling to, I don't know, across the world for doing nothing makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
you mentioned Allegri's press conference, obviously match day press conference or the day before. Anything that stuck out besides the classic? Yeah, move on from Wednesday. It was a great win, but now we got to focus on our next one. I think he confirmed that Szczesny starting and Chiellini, and that's it.
Yeah. No, I don't think he said something special. He talked about Betancourt.
Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Yeah.
No, talked a bit, basically a lot about Betancourt, saying that he's a selfless player, that he works for the team, and that's what we said, I think, yesterday, that you can never fault him, his willingness.
His effort.
Yeah, his effort. So, but he also said that he's too generous with the ball. That's why he loses it at too much, basically.
Yeah, he forces a lot of things.
Yeah, so, I mean, but I don't think we will... Right? Yeah, I don't think he will never basically get that out of his game.
Because he's 24 now, he's been doing it for 4 years.
The only thing he can do is to reduce that, because he's doing that a lot during the games. Yeah. So if he does that once or twice during the game, okay, but he does that 5 times, 6 times, and very dangerous positions also. So that's what he said, and then basically Arthur saying that if he's back, the quality of the team goes up. Which
that's what I wanted to get you to say. So we can segue into our Brazilian talk.
So I mean, I agree, but the only thing I've seen from Arthur for us is he can hold up the play or hold on to the ball like few people can. It's
like Verratti.
Yeah, it's stick to his foot.
It's a fake Verratti.
Yeah, it's like glue. The ball is just very close to it. Low gravity of
center of gravity.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get the ball off him. The only issue I have with him is he slows down play too much, and he doesn't play that vertical ball.
No,
but he can do that. I'm so confident that he can play that ball because he's
100%.
He has great technique.
He's got the technical. Yeah, exactly. He's got the quality about him. He just never does it because it's almost like he's thinking, "Oh, I don't want to lose the ball. I don't want to force anything." Whereas Locatelli, you see, fuck it, go. You know what I mean? There's a different mentality there.
That's okay. I mean, at some point you need to play those balls. So
yeah, no, for sure.
But he needs to learn when to do it, when to play them, when to not. So I hope Allegri can basically teach that, or just drill that in him. Because if he adds that to the game, then the quality of the team goes up. It's pretty obvious. But for now, because I've not seen it before, I mean, for last season, I cannot say, if he's back, we are basically 2 levels better or something like that. I need to see that first.
Yeah, you need physical evidence, because what we've seen last year in particular was, lots of touches, not many vertical balls, not many 10-yard vertical balls, mind you. It's really close. It's like Barcelona tiki-taka.
Yeah.
And he's so used to that. Coming from Grêmio, where he played in Brazil, he didn't really play vertically either. No. So I think he's just stuck with him, and that's his play style. We'll see what happens because Allegri is demanding. So maybe the first couple of games, if he's not doing it, Allegri might blast him. It might be a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll see. Speaking about the other Brazilian, Caio Jorge was mentioned finally.
Yeah.
And he might be on the bench tomorrow.
Yeah, he said both of them could be on the bench. I mean, not ready. Yeah. No. I was just to have the feeling of a match day.
Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know he's alive. We know Caio Jorge is a thing. It's okay for me. What if Moise Kean got hurt? Does he just throw Kyle in?
No. I think
Kyle, just go do your thing.
Just for that match day feeling. I mean, something like that. So going off what Allegri said, I'm pretty sure Arthur will be back. He can play again after the international break. I think for Caio, we still need to wait like a week or 2 extra.
Those 2 friendly matches during the international break will be huge for Caio, especially. I know it's Arthur for just getting minutes under his legs, but for Caio, it's his first taste of European football. Yeah,
and also, I mean, I don't expect Kean is not even playing regularly, so just forget about Caio. If the Coppa Italia is there, he will get his minutes. I think the first minutes he will get is or in the Coppa Italia in January, when we play our first game, or we are up, let's say 4-0 at home against Venezia, the last 20 minutes, and he says, just give it a go.
Go have fun.
Yeah,
go ball.
But other than that, no.
Yeah, I agree. But I've kind of neglected the chat so far. Sorry, guys. Thank you for joining as always. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And you haven't subscribed already, it helps us grow. Today is a Friday, so it's kind of a dull day in terms of activity. But Home of Juve, what's going on? Your first commenter, good for you. Bon says hello. The Vit says, if you play this with the same intensity as you did against Chelsea, you should get the 3 points. 100. That's what we said. If we match their intensity, we just got more quality
but not the same game plan. I mean, it's Torino. You need to attack. And the intensity, because we play on Wednesday and have basically 2 days of rest, I don't think we can keep it up for 90 minutes.
No. Whenever they up their intensity, you got to match it though.
Yeah. I think focus is the most important thing. You can't lose focus, concentration. You can play a lower intensity game, but if the focus is the same, you will have the same impact against Torino than with a higher intensity against Chelsea. It will compensate basically, because the quality of Torino is not that high compared to those of Chelsea. So I think focus, again, concentration is key. And I think De Ligt said that in his interview. That's what Allegri demands for 90 minutes. Just focus. And I mean, I think Allegri said it before he got sacked. He said, if you are focused for 90 minutes and you know what you have to do, what the game plan is, the chances of you winning are high, because of the chances you have in mind or basically drilled on the entire week, they will come and you just need to take them. I think that's the style we are playing at the moment, and I'm okay with that. If you just win, I don't care.
Yep. So Cleo Haskurti says, what do you think about Lord Berna as number 10 in a 4-2-3-1? We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Don't worry. It's later in the show. Another Mirko 973 says, is true we didn't start the season good, but Juventus is undervalued and Torino's overvalued. Tomorrow we're going to win easily.
I don't want to say Torino's overvalued. I think they're
right where they should be.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a well-coached team. So you need to respect that. I mean, it's not last year's Torino. Not at all. If people think that, then they are going to be in shock tomorrow.
Awakening, maybe. Yeah.
Because they will. I'm pretty sure they will start the game with pressing, basically high intensity pressing, and they will go for it from the first minute. And I think there's where we can win the game, basically. Just that's why
win the ball quick and then attack.
That's why I say focus and just. I mean, but that's what I think they are going to do, going off their previous games and how they play under Juric.
And how Juric.
Exactly. So I think it's a lot of man against man.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do. What he's going to do, I think. So I think that's where the game is won or lost. If you survive, I don't want to say survive, but if you go behind. No, if you. Oh, how would I say that? If you. Basically, I'll say survive the first 20 minutes of high press, high tempo, and you even can score, you won the game, in my opinion. You just ride it out. But if you go down on those first 20 minutes with high press, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's why I say focus. Yeah.
Yep. We're going to see how heavy their legs are, or Juventus' legs are, from the get-go. Because like you said, Ivan Juric is going to go for it for the first part of the game. See how fit the guys are, because the majority of the starting 11 tomorrow will be the players who played on Wednesday. But again, it's a tease because we'll get into that later. Sanya Kiwan says, our midfield is bad, but I don't think we should sit back the whole game and let Torino dominate possession. I don't think we will. I don't think Torino's good enough.
No. They cannot keep the ball like Chelsea. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Unless you just indeed go sit back and just give him the ball. But if they're not going to do that. That's what I said yesterday. The Chelsea game was great, but that's Chelsea. Against other teams, even Inter away, you cannot play like that. Because you will lose that game somehow, in my opinion.
Because Inter doesn't play like that. Inter's not really... They're ball dominant against, obviously, other Serie A teams, but You saw what Shakhtar was doing, and that's De Zerbi.
Yeah.
Shakhtar dominated Inter for a bit, like actually for the majority of the game.
Yeah.
They should have won except for that Skriniar tackle.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to comment to Torino and Juve for the vibe, like just the vibe going into the game, the aura about the game, anything else? Do you have any fun facts?
No, fun facts? Not really, I think. I think
nothing special.
Yeah, we need to win.
Yeah.
It's just, I would say easy like that, but we just need to win. It's 3 points, important points once again. It's a derby, but I mean it's more of a derby for Torino than for Juventus. Let's be real. If they win, their season is
completed.
Yeah,
basically, if they stay up and they beat Juventus, their season's done.
But if we win, it's 3 points. Yep. It's not expected Torino to go into Europe this season, but it's expected for us to go into Europe in the Champions League. So we just need 3 points and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less somehow. And I expect the team to show up once again because I think if you go from the Chelsea performance to, again, let's say a Spezia performance, I will be very worried for the remainder of the season. I will be...
If we regress to what we've been playing.
Yeah, if you go back from basically from this to back to on the floor back, then I'm very worried. That means that this team is flip-flopping between basically performances, and that's not good. Even performances within 2 days, that's even worse. If it's after the international break and you have a bad performance, I'll understand that more.
You see why. You see why.
But if
it's not acceptable, but you see why.
But if it happens 2 days after that performance, then this team is. Then we can say, this team is just
weak
not good enough. Weak, very weak, and then that's a season we are gonna have good games, bad games. I'm just gonna fight for the top 4 spot until the end, if we have the chance until the end to fight for it.
If we're lucky enough,
So just a win tomorrow.